Our next guest is a former Pro Bowl wide receiver. Now he has come into broadcasting. It's been a few years now, but he has taken it by storm. He's now the co-host of Up On Game right here on Fox Sports Radio on Saturdays. Great show that he does with LeVar Arrington and Plaxico Burress, and you got to give it a listen.
Don't
it's
forget
our
our
man
podcast
TJ Houshmandzadeh. Well, he's got several. How many podcasts you got, Hoosh? Just one?
Nah, it's just Up On Game. When I do one, me and my guy Rob Parker, we just do that during the fall for football season, the lemon pepper parlay.
No doubt. And I told you already, TJ's unbelievable in picking games. I beat him a couple games, but he's unbelievable. And he picked the Super Bowl from
Why
day
you have to
one.
Throw that in?
Because he picked the Super Bowl from day one.
You don't
he picked
give
both
me
teams.
that I picked Tom Brady from day one to get to the Super Bowl. You didn't get
you didn't pick them to win. You picked Patrick Mahomes to win originally. He picked Tom Brady to win and the whole 9 yards. I'm just saying from day one, Chris, he never altered. That's all. I'm giving him props.
I love Hoosh, so I'm with it. Yep. And so, Hoosh, we going to start here. We were just talking about why, the NFL's got a couple games
going
in
back
London
to
again,
Europe
like
with that, right?
Why our theories? We're trying to theorize on why the NFL has not succeeded, mainly in Europe, but around the world.
A
like
couple of
basketball's gotten big, baseball's gotten big, and I'm personally looking at it not just from a viewer standpoint, like fans going to the games, but also like playing leagues, playing sport, young kids starting youth leagues in London and Europe for football. Why do you think it hasn't caught on in these other countries like basketball and baseball?
The key is, number one, the quality of coaching wouldn't be there. Which coach from Europe can really explain and teach, not teach the game the correct way? And we're not talking. So when you talk basketball, you can get a couple good coaches, and they can really teach guys because we're going to dribble, we're going to cut, we're going to play defense. When you're talking football, you need more than one or two coaches because you need technique for the offensive line. You need overall understanding of the quarterback position, the receiver position. Everybody's position is so specific that if you don't have those type of coaches, you might have one or two positions doing really well, and the other two just struggle. So if they want to increase that, the NFL probably would need to send a group of former players out there for a period of time to make sure they're teaching the kids and the coaches of how to explain and teach the game of football.
I think that's a great point, right? That's kind of, I don't know if Rob agrees with me, but I was saying that. You said it better than me. I was saying football is more complicated and complex than basketball and baseball, and certainly soccer. But I agree with everything you said.
But TJ, I also said that the NFL is selling an also-ran product when they send. Look at the 4 teams they're sending over to Europe. Dallas hasn't gone over there. None of the marquee teams. It's always who's going to. It's the Jets, the Jaguars. It's 4 teams. Miami's the best of the 4, but they didn't make the playoffs. So also, I get it. They want to kind of get into the market, but they're not sending the best of the best over there as well. I think that hurts as well.
Oh, when you don't have marquee names and marquee players, fingers crossed now, they're hoping with Jacksonville being a team that is a regular playing in Europe, with Trevor Lawrence being the first pick, one of the most high-profile college football players in however many years, that could possibly change moving forward. But also, a lot of teams and players, they don't want to go play. They don't want to go play in London. That's one, it's a long trip.
Yeah.
You're away from your family. And regardless of how long the trip is, when you come back, it's not like they're giving you the week off.
Right.
You still got to go practice.
It's a long trip, right?
Hours you're thrown off, right? Your time.
Yeah, you'll get a bye week. You'll get a bye week when you come back, but the way the coaches are, you're gonna practice, and so you don't want to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of Jacksonville, what do you have a problem with the Tim Tebow situation? I don't think it's not an official signing yet as far as him making the team, but them signing him and giving him a trial. Do you have a problem with that?
Wow. Do I have a problem with it? I would probably say yes and no. I don't have a problem with you can do whatever you want to do. It's your team, your organization. The problem is Tim Tebow is taking an opportunity away from a player that's earned it, that deserves
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
And that's the biggest thing. But life isn't fair. We live in a world of have and have nots. And
Right.
Tebow has built up a relationship with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is doing him a solid. Urban Meyer's not the first guy to help someone out and put them in position that they probably don't deserve, and he won't be the last. This happens all the time. But because it's Tim Tebow, and Tim Tebow's last game was pretty much my last game. And he's playing a position he's never played.
Right.
And they're saying, we're bringing him in for leadership. Well, if they're bringing him in for leadership, what they need to do then is make sure the tight ends and quarterbacks meet together, because their leadership is not going to happen. Trevor Lawrence will not get much from Tebow if they're in separate meeting rooms. So they better merge those two meeting rooms together. I just gave y'all an idea, Jacksonville. And so I don't have a problem with it. But this goes on, and it's not just football. It's in all walks of life. It's who you know. And if I was in a position of power, would I help a buddy out, a friend out, a family member out, and they were somewhat qualified, but there were others that were more qualified? I probably would.
Let me say this, though. Let me say this, though, TJ, and I hear what you're saying, and I get it. But also, this isn't college, and you got to be careful with the locker room and people looking. Is Tim Tebow a spy for Urban Meyer? Did Urban Meyer made a misstep when he hired that guy? What was his name? Chris Doyle.
Coach.
Strength and conditioning coach who had the racial issues. Where was he? At Iowa or whatever. You know what I mean? And now here he is bringing in a 34-year, he'll be 34 in August, 34-year-old who's never played the position. 34, not 24, right? And just out of college, and he's making a position change. Can people start to look and go, especially if you get off to a bad start, look at Urban Meyer and go, what is this guy doing?
Let's put this in context. When and if he gets signed, if and when, he's one of 90. Let's talk in September now if he makes a team. Now he's one of 53. Now we might have a problem. As far as the locker room, 1 of 90, guys know how Tebow gets down. He seems to be a great human being, a great person. They're going to tread lightly when they're around Tebow anyway, regardless if he's the if he's going to be a saboteur, he's going to be the snitch, so to speak.
Right.
They're going to tread lightly because they know how he is. That's not – Tebow comes off as being – everybody knows Tim Tebow. Great teammate, great leader, going to get you fired up, blah, 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 this and that. They're not going to do those types of things around Tebow. Will Tebow make the 53-man roster? I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. But 1 of 90, I don't have a problem with it, with the exception of there's a kid, and we don't know who this kid is, that deserves and has earned this opportunity, and he's not going to get it. But nepotism happens all the time. This is not the first time.
TJ, we got about 30 seconds for this last answer. Fans are going gaga over schedule release day, which is tonight. When you played, did you care at all about schedule release day? And if so, what did you look for?
He's laughing. He's laughing at
Did it matter to you?
Hey, no lie. I'm going to be honest with you. I just looked at the games in December and see who we were playing in the cold weather. Swear, promise you.
Right. I believe it.
That's all I cared about. Please, let us get Cleveland in Cleveland early. Let us get Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh early. If we got Green Bay, let's get them early. Chicago, give them to us early. That's all I looked at. That's it. I didn't care.
Were players, obviously players are different here and there, but are players into it like the fans are?
No, if when you know you have a good team, okay, let me take this back, Chris. You look at what I said, and you want to see the primetime games and who you playing. I would say that Monday night, who we got on Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday. We play the Bengals, we get one primetime game, you pissed. And so you look at the primetime games. the matchups, which team has the good corners. Yeah, you do look at it somewhat, but it's really more for the fans, to be honest with you.